Hello, my name is Trevor Gordon. I'm a media relations community engagement specialist focusing on community engagement and basically fostering relationships. And I'm really excited that I've had the opportunity to get to know and amplify a voice of some of the quarterfinalists that have been part of this new event called Verse to Voice. So we're waiting for one of our quarterfinalists to join us, but I want to talk about Verse to Voice for a minute. Verse to Voice is Canada's premier singer-songwriter competition. The goal is to find amateur talented singer-songwriters, showcase them, and allow them to network, perform, and compete for great prizes. The competition has been underway for like a month. Earlier last week, all the quarterfinalists were announced. You can find all of the quarterfinalists by going to the Verse to Voice Instagram account. I'm going to stop what I'm saying right now, and whoever's watching live, whoever's watching the re-record, I want you to take a moment right now, put me on pause, and go to the Verse to Voice Instagram account and click follow. I need you to hit follow to Verse to Voice, because that's where you're going to see all of the quarterfinalists that are involved in Verse to Voice. And that's where you're going to meet someone that we are chatting with today named Willow. Willow is one of the quarterfinalists, part of Verse to Voice, and I want to brag about her for a little bit. And let me just bring up her bio. Willow began her journey into music as a way to navigate grief and healing, starting with writing a novel and continuing to explore. She's a soulful songwriter and storyteller known for her self-taught piano skills and over 200 heartfelt songs written since October 22. Wait, we're in 2024 now. She wrote 200 songs since October 22. Her music resonates with themes of grief, redemption, growth, and connection, weaving soulful ballads and poignant rhymes that touch the heart. I see Willow is with us right now. So
Hi there.
let's just line up our boxes so we're all framed right.
How are you?
Good, we see you.
Okay, perfect.
All is well. Thank you for joining us, Willow.
Thank you.
How are you?
Okay, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. I appreciate you joining us. I know you're busy and you're preparing for this big thing that you're a part of, Verse to Voice. What was the first reaction, or what was your first reaction when you heard that you made the quarterfinals for Verse to Voice?
Well, I think a lot of things, I mean, I could say a lot of things, but as a songwriter who likes words, I'm just going to express it best in emojis. You know that emoji where it's like with the teeth, like, or the one that, like the big happy face, obviously, or this one. But I mean, overall, I'm just really grateful to be seen and to be heard and along for the ride and just see how this plays out.
Awesome. What motivated you to be a part of Verse to Voice? Do we have an emoji for that one?
I guess I'll use words. I guess I'll speak. Well, it's Canadian. The fact that it's local, I thought was really intriguing. I got a lot of encouragement from some friends and some family, my dad in particular. He was kind of like, are you just going to sit there behind the piano and bang away and not really share it? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, what's the point of that? You know, I also get to meet with like community engagement specialists such as yourself and come into Sarah's world. I think that's interesting. And I remember seeing like a post earlier saying something about how we would be able to meet with some guest experts or at least benefit from their knowledge. So I thought that was kind of exciting as well. And to be honest, to me, it's kind of like an experiment, right? I was kind of thinking, well, let's see how this plays out. What if I enter this contest? What will happen?
That's awesome. And plus, you've met 20 new friends from this.
Yes. I mean, I am just in awe of the talent that is out there because I myself I'm a newbie. Like I've dabbled in instruments before. I've only really taken it seriously lately. But you know, I've been in contact with a few of them. Meet Moop, she mentioned me yesterday. Like just like that girl is so talented, like the rich voice, and she's a multi-instrumentalist. So it's really kind of cool to see what other talent is out there as well.
It's been great to see. I'm seeing so many of you writing underneath each other's profile pages on Burst of Voice's Instagram accounts. I've seen two singers that are competing, collaborating on a song.
Yes,
The,
yes, it's so cool.
this competition hasn't even fully finished yet. You haven't all even met in person yet, and two of the competitors are collaborating for a song.
Yes, yes.
But
I've,
back to
I've seen that.
you here. You've written 200 plus songs since October 2022, if I read that
That's
correctly.
right. Yes, yes.
Like,
I mean, I just can't stop, right? It's just an evolving thing that once I started, it was like it's effortless for me. So, and I enjoy the process, you know, seeing it kind of come to fruition and what kind of message I'm trying to put out there. Um, just keep going.
did you have any fears about entering Versa Voice?
For sure. Yes, definitely. About a month and a half ago, my account was still private, and you know, I was so I put it onto public, and I played that silly game for about a week or so. Like, should I, shouldn't I? I don't know, right? It just became like a video game where it's kind of toggling on and off. And during that week, there's a window of time where I was about to switch back to private, just like shut it all down. And at that time is when Mike from Figaro Oakville reached out to me, saw my music and thought, hey, let's collaborate. And also Verse to Voice reached out. So that was kind of exciting for me. I've kind of like ventured, you know, out of the kindergarten gate now, so to say. And I'm like, okay, I'm good, right? So I'm okay with where I am right now.
So, talk to me about the song you submitted. Share any insight behind it.
Oh, like harmony?
Yeah, the song that you basically submitted, yes, Harmony.
Well, it's like for most of my songs, I kind of feel like coming back with, well, what do you want it to mean, right? Because, um, but I mean, in essence, it's like I'm saying, like, live your life, right? I think in one of the verses I mentioned the word safe, and in another verse I mentioned the word being on the edge. So it's like, you know, we can cater to someone else's vision. Um, but there's always going to be a group of people that will be cheering you on, a group of people that will also chastise you for the same thing, you know, whether it's what you do or what you say, you know, or at the very least, there's that thinly disguised disapproval. But the song is essentially saying that you need to really be harmonious with your own self. You know, it's your voice really that matters, right? That you need to kind of fall in line with at the end of the day. I'm sounding very philosophical as I'm hearing myself, but essentially that's the message.
As you've been talking, a lot of love is being thrown your way in the chat room. Someone named Kay says, I love your songwriting. A lot of hearts are getting thrown here. Oh my gosh, so much talent. So you're getting a lot of support as we're having our conversation. What inspired you to become a singer-songwriter?
Well, after my sister passed away, I think I just needed an outlet, and songwriting was, you know, a way for me to process grief. Um, and I think actually since I've been young, I've always needed some kind of a creative outlet. So songwriting was where it was for me, and just a combination of my experiences, what's in my heart, and all of the random thoughts that go on in my head day to day. And I think songwriters are very good at observation. So you put all that together, I think that you just kind of need a landing strip for all of that. And so lyrics is you know, where everything kind of fell into place for me.
What is the song that you like that might surprise others?
Okay. Well, I don't really think there's too much that would surprise people about me, like what I say, what I do, or what I like. Uh, but okay, so there's a song that's been rolling around in my head, and probably for about a week or so. And I don't know if you know it. And I've looked it up on Spotify, I've looked it up on all the platforms, can't find it. And it's it's by Whitney, and it's called "What's Love Got to Do." I'm sorry.
Of course I know. I think I know what that
I
reference
tried
is.
so hard to say it with a
It took
straight
me a
face.
second. I'm like, wait, you almost got me. I'm like, wait, she said she
Oh my
couldn't
God.
find it on Spotify, all this. And then
Sorry.
literally you said this artist named Whitney, and I'm like, wait, well done. Well done.
Okay,
And we
my
know
gosh,
who she,
Daniel is gonna completely hate me. I don't know if he's watching, if he's gonna watch this later, but he can get back to me in the chat or just send me like a nasty DM.
yes.
But no, okay,
Don't
that's not fair.
don't worry. We are gonna trim this part right here as its
Great.
own clip. And this will be a clip that will be saying, Dear Daniel, remember that clip that will live
All is
forever.
fair. All is fair.
But
But
take
no,
two
like
though, what's your interesting song? That was well
okay.
done, by the way. You're an actress as well, aren't you?
Okay, so well, I love like I love all of the hard rock and stuff. So like the Zeppelin, the Metallica, and everything. And there's this band called Tidal Wave, and they had a song in Breaking Bad. I think they're a band from Sweden. They've been around for quite some time, but they had a song. It was in one of the episodes at the end of Breaking Bad, which is a great show. And it was called The OCs. I think that's what it was called. And it had that kind of Pulp Fiction vibe. It was really good. I don't know if that would surprise anybody. There's this there's this other song called the Lava Song, and it was from the Pixar films, probably from about 10 years ago or so. And it was like, okay, so it was like a cartoon, right? So it was like of two volcanoes. This one volcano was lonely in the ocean, floating around. I guess not really floating around because it would have to be stationary and fixed to the ground. And it was looking for the love of its life. And eventually, with rising and falling sea levels, because it was also educational, which I liked, um, this other volcano came out and they were singing together and talking about the lava song. And it ends with, I love you. Like it was just really cute. And I sent that out to everybody. I'm sure they wondered why she's sending this. It was a nice melody.
What would you say to someone who has never heard your music before? There's many, many people that are watching us live, and there's going to be many more that are going to watch the re-record. You're talking to the internet, you're talking to those new potential fans. What would you say to them about your music?
Um, I would say that uh, be prepared to have your heart ripped out. I don't know. Like I love my ballads, but I do a lot more. I really try to venture out into different types of music, try them on for size. I do like to bring a little bit of country, a little bit of soul into my ballads. I do more than just the ballads. My lived experience. I try to bring that into my music. Try to bring different perspectives. So it's not just somebody might read my lyrics and think, is she talking about her life or is she talking about someone else? But it's really trying to, I guess I'm an empath, right? So I'm trying to see things from different people's perspectives and write from their perspectives. um, and I will say this though, that my lyrics are very layered and metaphorical. So because for me that's fun to write in that way, but someone who is from the outside looking in may not really want to do like the homework, right? It's not easy listening, I guess, but if you just like the melody and you're just okay with that, that's fine too as well.
Again, so much love is coming in the chat room, and I do not want to ignore these comments. I found your music and deeply connected. Thank you for such beautiful words. I love your work. You're so inspirational. So you're getting a lot of support during our interview here. What would you what do you hope to achieve with being part of Verse to Voice?
Well, I hope to make some connections, definitely. Like if I'm thinking more so about the future and, what's kind of down the pipeline, like maybe I'm not so great at these adult like characteristics, right? Like delayed gratification and 10-year plan, but I can kind of see myself collaborating with some of these amazing artists because, like I said, the talent there it's just really impressive. So right now I'm just kind of seeing what will unfold as a result of this experience. Collaborating with me, like I mentioned before, she's amazing, or anyone else that's willing to do that. I think that would be a lot of fun, and really kind of gaining some knowledge about how the industry works as well.
We're talking to Willow. Willow is one of the quarterfinalists that is part of Verse to Voice. You can learn all about Willow and all the other quarterfinalists by going to Verse to Voice, Verse to Voice's Instagram account. Take a moment right now, whether you're watching live or you're watching the re-record, to go to Verse to Voice, put us on pause, and go to Verse to Voice, give them a follow, come back and watch the rest of the interview. But follow Verse to Voice on Instagram so that you can see all the quarterfinalists and learn all about them and show them some love, write some comments, learn all about them, and more importantly, hear their beautiful songs that they've submitted. So Willow, you get the final word. Share with us ways to connect with you, to hear your music, ways they can interact with you.
Well, I mean, it would be great if people would, interact with my music and kind of see it for what it is, because I really try to sort of cater to the human connection, right? I mean, we're all sort of going through something, and we need someone to sort of echo, right, what it is that we're going through, whether it's isolation, regret, betrayal, agony, longing, whatever it is. So if you would like to hear my music, I mean, up until recently, I was nowhere to be found, right? And I made sure of that. So right now, I am only on Instagram. That's where you can find me. I do have a show coming up at Figaro Oakville on Friday. This coming Friday at 7 o'clock, like tomorrow, right? No. Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Thursday. 2 more days.
Friday. 2 more days. Okay, phew. So I have that coming up, and I think there's still a couple of tickets left. So if anybody's interested, the show's at 7 o'clock. I'm doing like 25 to 27 songs, which is quite a lot. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Maybe I've bitten off more than I can chew, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And there will be other shows in August as well. Yeah, and hoping to collaborate with some like-minded musicians. And so I'll post that on Instagram if I'm going to be doing any other shows. If I'm going to be joining other artists, that'll be fun for me. And yeah, I'll let you guys know.
Well, thank you so much, Willow, for doing this. I know you're a very busy individual, and I appreciate your time this evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those that are watching, check out her show on Friday in Oakville. That'll be awesome. I'm still getting over that part in your bio, 200 plus songs that you've written since October of 2022.
Yeah, and going strong.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, and good luck with the rest of the competition.
Great. Thank you very much, Trevor, and thank you. Okay.
Bye.
Thanks for your time. Bye.